Hey. Hey.
Hopefully. We're missing a lot of people.
Yay, Kim.
Can you see me now? I
Yes.
switched over to my phone.
Oh, good.
I was at first on my desktop computer, but it wasn't working.
Huh.
And then what about, who's this other one? I want to say hi. Who's on the phone?
Here.
I'm thinking it's,
Want to say hi to the girls?
I think it might be Katie.
Oh, hi.
This is Maisie.
Hi.
Hi.
This is your mom's very, very serious business meeting.
Brenda's wearing a coat. She's very cold.
Oh.
This is ridiculous. Okay, well, we know that the nighttime is hard for everybody, so we want to just get started and say, first of all, thank you so much for making the time to be on these calls these last 4 weeks. This is the last call we'll have. Sorry. This is the last call we'll have for this coach training group. We'll talk and let you know what's next. But we do know that night calls are difficult. So thank you to everybody for being on. And tonight we want to talk about some, I do want to say Erin will not be joining us. Her parents, as you guys know, Erin moved from California to Texas and her parents are visiting. So that's super fun. And Jess is just getting home from a football game for one of her kids. So I'm not sure if she'll pop on, but Katie and I got this.
Yeah, I think she just, messaged. So I don't know. She may be a little late. But yeah, it was football awards.
Okay. So we want to talk about, so before I even get started with the topic, you guys, there's so much that we could cover in 4 weeks, and we're trying to hit on the most important things. And I'm sure that we haven't addressed things that you've thought about or have experienced. And so we're going to just kind of talk a bit about this, and then we're going to give you time to ask questions, because that's really important that you walk away tonight from our call feeling like, okay, I have a really good idea of what I'm supposed to be doing as a coach. I feel like my main questions have been answered. I feel like I have direction, and I just feel excited and good about what we're doing. So tonight we're going to talk about a big, important part of having a business is income, Success Club, how you make money in this business. And I love the fact that so many of us have because we want to help people, but we also need to pay bills. Most of us. I know there's some people who don't have any money needs at all in this world, and that's awesome. For me, I need to pay my bills, and I have kids in college and that kind of thing. So money is an important part. And here's the cool thing is that we should never apologize, one, for what we do, and two, for charging for what we do. I always say, Katie and I talk about this a lot, and we talk to our teams about the fact that I would never go to my hairdresser and be like, I'm ready for a haircut, I'm ready for a highlight, okay. And then she would do all the work and be like, thanks so much, now I feel so much better about myself. Have a great day. You would never, ever, ever do that, right? Ever. And so sometimes people think because we're health and fitness coaches and we work from home and we get paid to exercise and to live a healthy life, that we should, and most importantly, because we care about people, that everything we do should be for free. And the answer is that's not true. You are super hard workers. You are providing value to people's lives. You're helping change their life. You're giving them practical tools that they can use themselves, share with their family, share with their kids. And that there is so much incredible value to it. And you take so much time working with your clients, helping them figure out their goals, helping them figure out how to crush their goals, checking in with them every week, creating meal plans, all the stuff that we do as coaches. So we want to be real clear tonight about the fact, never, ever underestimate what you're doing. And you can still have a heart that longs to help people and serve people and change lives. And you still deserve to make money for that hard work. Okay? So we just want to kind of preface tonight with that. We're going to get into a little more details of how to do that, but the first and kind of the easiest way to make money is, and what we're kind of about is just starting with the challenge pack and Success Club point. You guys know we talk a lot about if you want to move your business forward, that means you want to make money in your business and have your business grow. You have to be an incredible coach, but you also have to sell the products. And so the best way to do that, of course, is a challenge pack. The reason why, so we were on a call, like I shared earlier today, with Carl Deichler yesterday, the CEO of Beachbody, and it was a fabulous call. But the reason why the challenge pack is the best thing for people is because it gives all the parts of what we are all about. So we are about a workout that is done by master trainers who are amazing at what they do, and they've put together workouts that will actually change the body. So we have a fitness program, we have a nutrition part of what we do, and that's with obviously Shakeology and meal planning and clean eating, and then we have the accountability part. And so when we sell a challenge pack, we get to give right from the start our clients all the 3 things that measure that create success. And the cool thing is Beachbody is the only health and wellness company who provides all 3. Now you'll hear about Weight Watchers, and there's a couple other things that we just talked about last week that are just kind of starting to introduce coaching to whatever they do. But we are the only health and wellness company that provides fitness, nutrition, and accountability or peer support. So that's what really sets us apart and makes us really unique. And so when people want help, it's so important that we provide them those 3 things. Now, does everybody always want to buy the challenge pack? No. But the point is that we're always going to start with that, because we know that the combination of those 3 is what leads to success in almost every single person who sticks to the program. I have yet to have a client, if they follow the fitness program, drink Shakeology every day, and follow the nutrition program, and check into the challenge group, I have yet to have a client who did not get results. The reality is the ones who don't get results don't always follow the workout plan as it's designed, or they don't drink their Shakeology every day and stick to the meal planning or to the portion controls or the nutrition plan that you set up, however you do it. Or they don't check, or they may do the other 2, but they never check in with the group, so then they usually fall off the wagon. Okay, so as you get further on in your business, I'm telling you, I mean, Katie, you can jump in here. Have you ever had a client who stuck to all 3 of those consistently every single day and didn't get any kind of results?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't happen. So therefore, we can go and talk to people with such great confidence. And so when you sell or share or sell a challenge pack, you are going to get the commission from that, and that's going to, 1, grow your business because you have a new client, but 2, it's going to put money in your pocket. So that's the key to selling the challenge pack, because then you get Success Club points. And as Katie shared today, and she can go into more of this, that I didn't like the idea either of like, oh good, I got my points. Like, I don't really care about points, except that I did want to go on the free vacation with my husband. So that's why Success Club points do matter, because if you hit Success Club, which means if you help 3 people each month, you will be awarded a vacation. And we're talking like Katie and I have been on a cruise together. Erin and Jessica was on that cruise. Erin and Katie and Jessica couldn't go last year because she was pregnant, but we all qualified for a trip to Punta Cana, and we stayed in an all-inclusive resort, again, free. And then this year coming up, we're going to be going to, I always say it wrong. Is it Riviera Maya?
Yeah.
So, and they're awesome places, and we have the best time together. So you're not only changing lives, but they're really rewarding you for changing lives. So that's why selling the challenge pack, getting the Success Club points is really good. What else, Katie, in that?
Well, I just want to say, like, there's a couple of things too that have happened, and I thought, oh, I got to talk about this. I got to bring this up. I actually, 2 different clients that just came to me. One was actually working with a coach, and she had, was in a challenge group. She had only bought a workout from her. She didn't purchase Shakeology or a challenge pack, and she ended up, like, after a few weeks, kind of just failed because she wasn't getting the results like everybody else that was in the group. So then she said to me, well, you know, she just told me that I could drink, you know, whatever protein shake I wanted. And I said, really? I said, did she educate you at all on Shakeology? And she said, no. I said, okay. She goes, so is this something that I need or not? And so I realized right then and there that, wow, it's so important that we do educate people because, first of all, it's not a protein shake. I know a lot of people think that's what it is, but it's not. And once I talked to her and told her what it was, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so upset that my other coach didn't tell me this. And she's like, no wonder why I was struggling and everybody else was doing so good. And, it's not that Shakeology makes you lose weight or it's like this, miracle shake or anything like that, but it is really supplying your body with the vitamins and nutrients that it needs. And your body's not craving, a lot of other things like it normally would. And so she ordered right then and there. Once I educated her on it, she ordered right then and there. And so it's really important for us to understand Shakeology so that we can talk about it. Once you're drinking it and you learn about it, it's, people tell me all the time, well, I'm like so nervous to talk to them about it. I'm like, but you drink it every day and you tell everybody how much you love it. Why do you love it? And just share that with them. Because it's no different than sharing anything else that you would love with a friend. And I just feel that it's really important that we do educate ourselves as much as possible when it comes to, Shakeology, because once we speak of it and we're educated and we can let people know this is why we do drink it every day, this is why we feel it's an important tool, why wouldn't they be incorporating this? The other thing is too, I was sharing this with Kendra earlier. I had this woman reach out to me who works with a doctor, a holistic doctor in Rochester, and she's a registered dietitian, a nutritionist, and then she also has a chemist degree. And so I was talking to her about all these things, and she was blown away by Shakeology. She said, working for a holistic doctor, everything that you put in your body matters, and it matters in regards to your health. And she said, I have to be honest, there isn't a shake on the market that we would tell anybody to drink. And we were blown away by what was in Shakeology. And it was interesting because I'll have to post, because I can't pronounce the word she told me. But she said, because Shakeology has this and in their ingredients, it means that the body can absorb what is in that bag. And she said, the problem with most shakes that are on the market, one, they're not natural. Two, you don't really know where things are being farmed or produced and stuff like that, like the quality of it. But three, she said, most of the time people don't realize they're just drinking it and they're literally eliminating it all on a daily basis. They're not absorbing anything. And so she was saying that she was so impressed by that. And she said, at first when I saw it, I thought, who would pay $130 for this stuff? But she said, when I started reading the ingredients, she goes, I have to say I was really blown away. And then we ended up having a discussion about it. So it's just really interesting, especially coming from somebody that is very educated, that has done, she's been doing research on nutrition and vitamins and minerals and supplements on the market for over 26 years. And to hear someone with that much knowledge and experience speak that way today, of course I already know it's fabulous. I've been drinking it for 3 years, but I don't have that education like she does and that experience. So to hear that really spoke volume to me today. So, I think it's just really important that, when we are talking to people and we are sharing, that we are educating them on what we have to offer. And also, one thing that I've always learned, especially in the beginning, is just being honest with everybody I talk to. If I didn't know an answer to their question, I told them, I don't know that answer, but I will be more than happy to get back to you and let you know what that answer is. Don't ever feel that you have to know everything, because there is a lot to learn, but don't be afraid to let somebody know, I don't know that answer, but I'll get back to you and I'll let you know what it is. So, I just wanted to mention those two things because I thought, it just happened within the last day. And I thought, that just spoke volume to me and was important for me to share with you guys. And that's the thing, people ask me all the time, and I know Kendra and Jess and Aaron too, well, what is it like in comparison to other shakes? And I always tell people, I don't compare. One, I never drank any other shakes prior to this. Two, I can't speak on behalf of other shakes because I'm not educated. I don't really know much about them other than I went and put them in my body. I'm not going to go and badmouth other companies, but I'm not going to be drinking something that's artificial or has dyes in it or chemicals in it, or, I'm just not going to put that stuff in my body. So, that's another question that a lot of new coaches get a lot. Well, I'll just drink this, or I can get this cheap at my food store. You're going to get what you pay for. It's no different than somebody eating junk food and feeling like crap because they're putting crap in their body. It's the same thing when you're, filling your body with proper food. You just feel better. So kind of tangent.
I think that's important because that's such a huge part of what we do and what we're about. And here's something that's really important to think about. You, as we keep saying, you're the CEO of your own business. Can you imagine if you had a brick and mortar store and you had stuff come in your store that you didn't know anything about? I mean, like you wouldn't do that. So knowing that obviously you're drinking it, your coach believes in it. We know that it gives us results. So we want to encourage you, do your research. Like I've shared with you guys, like Katie shared, like this woman did. I took Shakeology. I did the research myself. I looked up the individual ingredients because I wanted to know what's going on in my body. Then I took it to outside doctors that had nothing to do with Beachbody because I wanted to get opinions. And I think when we are confident with what we're drinking ourselves and then what we're sharing with other people, we don't have to apologize. And so now I'm able, if somebody, like in the beginning, right, when I was first coaching, and maybe you've experienced it, maybe you haven't, people love to make kind of rude comments about stuff if they don't know about it. And so, that used to kind of hurt my feelings and stuff like that, because I would never do that to somebody else, but that's beside the point. But people do. And so, but when they do, it's so important that you have confidence in what you're doing. And if you're not confident about talking about it, then it's important when you get off this call tonight to ask yourself why. Do you not know enough information about it? Are you not drinking it every day, but you're expecting other people to? Are you not getting results because you're not drinking it? I mean, it's really important as CEOs of our own company to be true to what we're talking about. And if we're not, then to make the changes we need to. Don't have to feel bad about it, just make the changes we need to. And if we're not confident to talk about it, then do what you need to do to be confident about it. And when you start taking control like that and really understanding what it is that you are doing and what it is that you're representing, it's really empowering because you recognize, oh my gosh, I really know these tools work and I want everybody to have the opportunity to feel as good as I do. It just shifts your whole brain as opposed to, oh, I hope they're going to like this shake. You know what I mean? Because you don't really have the confidence in the product. So that's, Katie, I think that was awesome. Totally important.
Thank you. I'll say, I was just looking up her, though, because she sent me the information. She said methylated because it's methylated. So you're able to absorb everything that's in there.
So Shakeology is methylated, which means it keeps it in its true form, but it allows you to absorb it.
Right. And so like we've heard before, like you don't want to heat up Shakeology because you can kill a lot of the nutrients that are in there. You need to drink it within a certain period of time because the nutrients in it will die. And she said, you don't, unless you're like, it's a live probiotic that you're getting from the refrigerator like section. She's like, you don't find this, it's more of a holistic type of shake that's out there. So it was just really interesting having that conversation with her today, just with everything that she said. And she said to me, and I sent the message to Kendra, but she was just like, wait, why am I not a Beachbody coach? She's like, I need to represent this product. So
awesome. I mean, that's so awesome.
So we're meeting next week. I know but it was just so interesting. And just to hear her and all the studies that she's done, just kind of blew me away. And, it's just so important. And we got into some other really deep conversations that were really interesting. But, I'm like, ever since I started this journey, I just want to soak up as much information as I can. And, I know a lot of people will question and say, are you going vegan? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And I feel like with Beachbody, so many people, I mean, we were talking about this with Carl on the phone call. So many people are struggling and are obese and have no idea where to find the right tools. What are the right tools? How do I set a good, healthy example for my family? And they just feel overwhelmed and lost because there's just so much out there. And they kind of feel like everybody's trying to sell them something. They kind of feel like they're kind of drawn to the quick fix because they want to change overnight. And it's just really interesting because what we have to offer them is that it's simple. It really is. And it's not confusing. It's not this difficult process. I mean, yes, it is difficult to incorporate working out and eating clean if you're not already doing that, or if you're, you have to do both. But it's something that everybody can do. And when I had a client get together on Friday night, one of the women had shared how she had lost some weight and inches, and she was feeling so good. And she said, I have to tell you all that I almost didn't join the challenge group because I couldn't work out. She actually herniated one of her discs in her back. And I had told her, why would you not join us? Like, I know you can't work out, but 80% of your results is your nutrition. Like, you need to join us. You need to be here with us. You're telling me you want to feel better. You want to feel good. And she was like, you're right. Like, I can eat healthy. And so she joined us, and then she ended up having phenomenal results with no working out at all. So now she's cleared and she can work out, which is really exciting. But, that's another thing. A lot of people, just because if they are healing from a surgery or, have limitations and can't work out, they can still join your group. They can still access everything. And a lot of them love like the Beachbody On Demand just for accessing the meal plans and being able to ask questions and have the access to the cooking show. And they still want to check everything out and kind of have access to everything at their fingertips. So don't rule out people when you talk to them and they say, well, I can't work out. Because we all know you can't work out a poor diet, and that your nutrition is really the most important part out of this whole process. And there's going to be people that are going to come to you that have so much weight to lose that they can't work out, that the only thing they can do is focus on getting enough steps in. And that's okay too. And I have a client that right now she's lost over 125 pounds, which it's Katie's sister. I think Katie's still on the call with us at the bottom. I don't see her picture. But in the beginning, she couldn't do the workouts. It was too hard. And so it was just focusing on getting those steps in. And then it was like she started to feel better just from eating good. So then she started doing like, I'm going to do 10 squats today. And I'm going to do this, and adding a little bit more. And then she, when we went over the workout program, she decided to do Country Heat because she liked dancing. She liked country music. So she was like, I'm going to try Country Heat. And when she was able to do that workout, that was huge. It was exciting. She could actually work out, and so don't also rule out those people that, are overweight and do have a lot of weight to lose and can't participate in our workout programs. If you can guide them through the nutrition part, they are eventually going to get there, and that's huge. Mm-hmm. So we want to keep that in mind as well.
Katie, do you want to quickly, so we earn income. This is such good stuff, you guys, because it's so important to kind of wrap your brain around what it is that we're totally doing so you feel confident. What's talking about it? That was my kid's school. Anyways, sorry about that. Lost my train of thought. But what the other part, so you can earn money by challenge packs, by commissions, okay? And then you also earn money through volume. Katie, do you want to talk about that so I can just take this really quick?
Yeah, go ahead. So that's one of the topics that we're going to be covering this week, and really talk about income, commission, volume, Success Club points, all the different ways that you can earn an income. And I know a lot of people say, their first thought with Beachbody, not so much anymore, but in the beginning was, pyramid scheme, or, thinking that this isn't ran like a regular business. And that is the one thing that really makes Beachbody stand out. What you find with most MLM companies is they're a front-loading business. So they're going to offer you bonuses for signing up so many people. They're going to offer you bonuses for buying so much product, different things like that. And we don't do this. This is literally like starting your own business from the ground up. And the harder you work, the more you get paid. So if my coaches are not running successful businesses, I am not getting a bonus. And that means that I have not, I don't want to say that for everybody, because some people, do get all the training and they just don't apply it. But, it is my job as I'm leading a team to make sure that my coaches are trained and they have the knowledge and they know where to access everything that they need, that they have all the tools at their fingertips. And so if my coaches are successful and they're successfully building a business, then I will get bonuses, quarterly bonuses. We all do. If our coaches are not successful and they're not building successful businesses and they're not helping people, that means there's no bonus for us. So, but we're not solely making money on our bonuses. That's just like an extra perk. Our money is our clients and the product that we're selling. It's just the quarterly bonuses do add up. I think if I told you guys what people get, you would probably pass out. But they start depending on how big your team is. So, if you're a diamond coach, and what is it? Diamond, 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star. So that means that you would have to have, so if I was a 2-star diamond coach, that means 2 of my coaches underneath me that I've personally sponsored have become diamond coaches. So if someone says, well, I'm a 5-star coach or I'm a 15-star coach, that means they have 5 or 15 diamond coaches underneath them. So you would get a bonus depending on how many diamond coaches you are and obviously that they have created a successful business. The way that they've set up their business plan is that people can't just stick people underneath them and start making an income, because that would be wrong. And people did try doing that, and Beachbody saw that and they were like, no. Like that is not okay. You need to be building a legit business. So making sure that, we're teaching you guys that too. Like we'll teach you about what a right leg is and a left leg is, because that's really confusing when you go and you look at your business and how you're building it. A lot of people are like, well, what does this all mean? And that's something that we're going to go over with you too. It was really funny because in the beginning when I was starting to learn all of this, I was like, oh my goodness, this is really confusing. And my husband was like, no, it's not. It's no different than my business plan. You've got your CEO, you've got your president, you've got your vice president, you've got your sales managers, you've got your managers, and then you've got the people in the field. And it was funny because once he laid that out and then in comparison to our back office, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, why was I making this so complicated? Right. And that's exactly what it is. As you're building your business, you're moving your way up like you would like he would in his corporation. So those are all things that we're going to get into this week. So it's really important that as we're sharing things each day that you guys are asking questions. And it's okay if you ask questions and you are like, I still don't get it. Because there have been plenty of moments where we have felt that way about certain things and we needed it maybe to hear it differently from someone else or maybe see a video about it. And that's also what's so great about our back office is that we have so many great, training and videos at our fingertips. And we could just say, hey guys, thanks for signing up. Go to the back office and learn it all. But we want we want to help you guys, you know, along and add the personal touches and we want to add what's important to us and what we feel is important for our coaches to do. Obviously, we don't want you guys to become just like us. We want you to be your own person and create your own business, but we do want to guide you, and we do want you guys to really make this a personal journey as you're sharing and as you're growing, because we feel that's what's brought us success and what makes us kind of stand out from everybody else. You know, there's so many coaches out there that unfortunately are not in the business for the right reasons, and it is all about making the money. And people know that. They know that they're not genuine. They know that their heart's not really in it, that they're not really in there to help people. And you know, we want to be very clear that when someone comes to us, we're not just signing everybody up. We want people that are, you know, similar, that want to help other people, that want to make an impact, that, you know, want to change lives. And we feel that that's really important for our coaches to be representing what we feel is important to represent for ourselves. So
in the short amount of time, do you have
I know. I'm like, what can I dig in?
I know there's so much in this area that we can go through, and we could, I mean, and we'll try to give you some good live videos this week and stuff, but anything off the top of your head about this topic of income, Success Club, anything that you have a question about? We only have a couple minutes left, but.
As I was thinking about topics, I'm like, what could I possibly talk about that I could talk about in 2 minutes or 5 minutes?
Right.
That's the hard part.
And we could take each one of these Success Club, volume, what side, left and right leg, and have an entire call about that. Mm-hmm. So we won't, because you can get that on YouTube. You can get that other place in the back office. But have you run into anything? Are you struggling? Conversations with spouse or anybody, anything like that? Guys, awesome.
Okay.
I had so many questions, and it was hard for me to kind of wrap my brain around how we make money in this business in terms of coaches and volume and building a team. But like Katie said, it's about finding people who want to help others and who are passionate about building their own business, living out their dream life, believing that there's purpose to what we do, and wanting to have more to their days than just getting up, going to work at a job they don't love, paying bills, and moving on with their life. There's so much more than that. And that's what is so amazing about this opportunity. You can have your dream life. You can help people in the process and bring purpose to your life. And you can have an amazing job where you work from home.
And I think that's what's so great too with the income with this job. If you want a part-time income, you can work part-time and you can get a part-time income. But if you want a full-time income and, you know, there are dreams and goals that you want to achieve, that is very possible with this business as well. We see both sides of it. We know both sides of it because I started just as kind of like, I'm not really sure what I'm doing if I want to do this or not, to jumping all in. It'll be 3 years and this January that I was like, I'm doing this. I'm in this full-time. I want to make this happen. And I do not regret that decision and will never regret that decision.